What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys. So I have what I believe should be a pretty exciting video. At least it's exciting for me to make. So I'm gonna warn you right now. This one's probably gonna be long because I don't structure my videos, but I'm gonna try to walk you through what it's like to be a PC gamer coming from an Xbox console. I've been doing this now for over a year, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I'm going to show you the things that you can already do on PC if you're an Xbox gamer, and then I'm going to show you what Xbox could possibly fix to make the experience a lot better. Now, depending as to how I describe things, what I'm hoping is that this helps you decide whether or not it's beneficial for you to jump to PC right now and just say whatever Xbox is going to do is not going to be better than what the PC experience is right now, or if you're just going to say, no, I'm going to hold out, I'm going to stay on console, and I'm going to see what Xbox is going to do with the next generation hardware and go from there. AMD just put out their little statement video. I haven't reacted to it yet, but she was very clear. The lady that spoke in that video was very clear in saying distinct verbiage between console, PC, and cloud, right? Console, PC, and cloud. Sarah Bond also said console lineup, right? But she mentioned how these consoles are going to have multiple storefronts in them. So again, when we talk about consoles, though, that can be, I know a lot of people don't like it. It's not confusing. It's very simple, but it can be confusing when you have things like this, like the Asus ROG Ally, which I'm sure you're not going to be able to see on camera. But right here, it literally says handheld, console, PC on the actual handheld. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're going to be playing on a console or whether you're going to be playing on a PC. You want to be playing on something that's good, right? I think we can all agree we want to play on something that's good, on something that's not complicated. So let's go ahead and start with what this video is supposed to be about, right? So from console to PC, I've been making these videos for a while now, and I slowed down a little bit because there wasn't too much more to talk about. But now I want to speak specifically from an Xbox Series X to a PC, what's that's like, because that's exactly the move that I made. So number one, my PC is over there on the left hand side, and as you can see, shout out to one of my channel members that gifted me that PC. It is meant to be in the living room. It is discreet, doesn't have any RGB lights. It doesn't have any RGB lights at all. It's not that I turned them off. It literally doesn't have any RGB lights. It is a nice, decent size. I'll get you guys closer to it so you guys can see it. I hope you guys can see the size of it, right? I think it looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I love the way it looks. Nobody in the family complains about the way it looks. Everybody is happy with the PC, okay? So the first thing is, how big does your PC have to be? Where does it have to be? It doesn't have to be massive. That PC is bigger than the Xbox Series X, yes, but it's not like a massive, overbearing PC. It's completely what you want it to be. So going from an Xbox Series X to a PC, the console that you have in your living room, and I'm saying console with quotes, could be whatever size you want. There's people on my channel that have shown, I have a video showing different people's PC builds, and people have smaller form factor mini ITX PC. Fractor, I think, is one of the companies that makes pretty small cases. And yes, so again, one of the things people are like, I don't want to connect a PC to the living room. Well, it doesn't have to be ugly. And if it was a big ugly PC, like when I had my Walmart PC, I could put it behind the TV as well, and it was perfectly fine. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, the connection. A lot of people, I know I did. I thought I needed a lot more things to connect my PC to the TV. In reality, it connects the exact same way that you connect your console. It's just an HDMI cord and a power cord, and that's it. The only thing I do different with my PC is I do have the internet connected directly, the internet cable connected directly to the PC, which you could do that too with your console, right? Or you could have it run via Wi-Fi. But yes, that's what I have. So it's just an HDMI cord and then the power cable, and then that's it. You connect it. If your TV or if you have like a monitor, you can obviously use a display port if you want. Some people have told me that the display ports are better, but I'm using this again, replacing my Xbox Series X. So I'm connecting it to, to a TV. All right. Now let's talk about peripherals. I have many different peripherals, but again, I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. If we're talking moving from console to PC or moving from Xbox to PC. So what I did was I went ahead and I reconnected my Xbox controller. Now, this is my regular Xbox controller that I had connected to my Xbox Series X before, that now is connected to my PC. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the mouse. You should be able to see the mouse on screen, how it's moving. It's the controller that's moving it. And I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. But how do you connect the controller to the PC? Very easy. You can either connect it via Bluetooth if you want. That's one option. Okay. You could either connect it with a cable, right? That's another option as well. Or you could connect it with one of these, which is actually what I'm using right now. So you could go on Amazon, or if you go to a store, sometimes they'll sell Xbox controllers that have this together. It's like a bundle. It's the Xbox dongle, and the connection is supposed to be better, supposed to be faster, and yeah, you could just connect it that way. So you have options. You can either connect it via Bluetooth, or you could connect it via the dongle. I like using the dongle. To me, it's just easier. I don't know how much better the connection is. I'll be honest with you. They say that the connection is better. When I'm playing, I've tried it both Bluetooth and with this, I can't tell the difference. But again, I'm not like a professional gamer or anything like that. You know what I mean? So that's one way that you could connect this. So you can use that. You can also connect the official Xbox wireless headset as well. So that's another good thing. So you know that you don't have to change all the accessories or anything like that, right? So you can do that as well. Okay. Now with the Xbox controller and the Xbox dongle, if you have wired headsets, let's say you have your favorite, pair of wired headsets, these are really good. I also have my Audio Technica headset, but these headsets, you can also still connect. You can connect them to the bottom of the controller the same way you do on your regular Xbox. You don't need a extra piece of equipment or anything like that. It connects perfectly fine, okay? So I wanted to let you guys know that too. And then you also have specific PC accessories. So for instance, I have this SCUF controller here that's only a PC controller. This is actually the controller that I am actually currently using with my PC. So once I'm done with this video, I'm gonna connect this controller back. Now, the reason I really like this controller is because it has, what's it called? You can't really see it right now, I would have to turn it on. But it's got macro buttons here. So it goes from G1 to G5, and what you could do with that is control different things on the computer, so you don't have to use a mouse and keyboard for certain things, right? But I'll show you guys that too. So let me see, that covers accessory, covers the way the PC looks. What else do we want to talk about? We'll get into the actual games and the UI and all that stuff here in a second. Okay, so now the mouse and keyboard. A lot of people say, hey, I like the simplicity of being able to come home and just turning on the console and then just being able to play right away. Well, this is the reality of it, okay? With my Xbox Series X, I would grab the controller, sit down, and boom, turn it on with the controller. And yes, it would turn on the PC, all that other stuff. There is a way to set it up where you can have your controller turn on the PC, but I'll be honest with you, I looked on it online. It was just too complicated for me. So my Xbox Series X, when I had it here, was just like that. It's the exact same setup. The only difference is it wouldn't be the PC, it would be the Xbox Series X. So what's the only difference? Now, when I come grab my controller, I come grab my controller and I hit the power button. That's it. I solved it. I just come, boom, hit the power button, grab my controller, and that's it. We're like literally added a microsecond to the whole transaction thing, right? Of turning on the PC. Okay. Now, once the PC is on, right, it turns on the TV, just the same way that you could do with your Xbox Series X or S, right? The only difference is I used to use a regular mouse and keyboard. Actually, I'll show you what that one looks like. My son is using it now. Alex, can I borrow that mouse and keyboard real quick? Just making a video and I'm gonna show them what this thing look like. My son has the other PC now. My son has a Walmart PC that I bought first when I first started gaming on PC. Okay, so this was the keyboard that I used to use. It's a combination of a keyboard with a trackpad, and everything was right there. So before, I used to have it just right here, right? Or sometimes I'd put it in the drawer, or sometimes I would put the keyboard next to the couch. And the same thing, I would come, grab it, boom, turn it on, grab the controller, grab that, go sit down on the couch, and then go from there. Now though, today, I use something different. I use this. So when I come home, I typically have, if someone's not already using the TV or anything, all the controllers are typically on top of the PC, with this controller on top of the PC as well. Now what this is it's an air mouse. So I'll show you how it works. I point it at the TV, and now I'm controlling. You see the mouse being controlled? It's being controlled with the controller. It is literally like if you've ever used a Wii, right? It's literally that. And I could go wherever I want. I could go ahead, hit Netflix if I want, right? And it'll open up Netflix, right? And I'll go to me, right? And now I'm in Netflix, and we'll go ahead and I'll mute that. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. I don't know who's recommending that to me. We do watch a lot of Reba. And then my daughter loves Gina and Georgia, so she's got me watching Gina and Georgia. I'm trying to keep up with it, but it's really hard. This show looks like it's really funny, but the rest of the family doesn't want to see it. Anyways, listen, so yeah, you use the controller to control it. You press down, it goes down. Like, it's literally like a controller. And on the same controller, it has volume up, volume down. If I want to change the page, I could do that too as well, okay? It's got a Google button so I could talk to it, but I don't use it because this controller has a microphone. But the coolest thing about this controller is, I'm gonna show you right now. Oh, I guess I should search, right? Bam, go to search. If I go to search, right, and I click on that, like, oh, well, how are you gonna type? There's a keyboard in the back of it. So if I want to see if we got any Rocky movies, right? Let's see, Rocky. Look at that, and I can go ahead and see, you know, Sly. I can see, you know what I mean. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, the difference with that is that if I was using an Xbox Series X, I would have clicked on Netflix, right, and then a virtual keyboard would have popped up, and then I would have had to have used the controller to navigate the keyboard and click and all that stuff. Now, I don't know what you think is faster. To me, I think typing like this is faster than doing it that way. But what I definitely know is faster is before, when I used to use this, typing on this is actually way faster. But that's one of the things, that's the difference right there. So I went ahead and got this Air mic. The person that actually gifted me this PC recommended, like, hey, this is perfect for TV living room, and everyone in the house has gotten used to using it as well, and it's freaking, it's perfect. So that's how that works. So that's how I use that. Now, you will need a keyboard of some sort. You will need a keyboard of some sort, because sometimes things happen and you might have to quit a program, or you might have to do something that is only going to be recognized with the keyboard. Now, I know earlier you guys saw how I was using the controller to use the mouse, right? So I'll show you how that works. So I'll grab the controller again. There's different apps that that you can use to turn your controller into a mouse. The one that I like right now is One Player. Let's see if I can find it. Where was it? Let me bring up the game bar. I'll talk about the game bar here in a second. Don't worry about it. It's not what we're here. There you go. The One Game Launcher, this app here. So this app here, oh, and I guess I'll talk to you about this app as well. But this app here has a feature where you can go to its settings here. And if you go where it says gamepad, right? Where is it? It's not letting me click on it. But if you go where it says gamepad, I'll show you with the mouse. you can go ahead and turn on the mouse features right there. And it tells you the way it works is you hold on to this button on the Xbox and then this becomes a mouse. X becomes the select, Y, the right button, Y becomes the left click, and yeah, you just go from there. So again, that's from that app, that one player launcher. So yeah, and then there you go. You see, so I'll go here, and then same thing. If I wanted to watch Netflix, I'll go down, click on Netflix, it'll open up. Okay. The only thing that this app doesn't do is it doesn't give me, oh, let me mute this again. It doesn't give me a way to have a keyboard, which is unfortunate. Like a virtual keyboard doesn't pop up. But there's another app on Steam that does do that, which is Controller Companion, I think it's called. I'll show you guys that here in a second. And there's tutorials on how to use that as well. I know when people say things like that, tutorials and all that sort of stuff, people are like, oh, I don't want to learn how to use any of this stuff. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I have had an amazing experience gaming on PC, and that's even when I was gaming on the Walmart PC, which is only was only $900 when I bought it. So it was still an amazing experience gaming on PC. Just the freedom of being able to play a whole bunch of games. Plus, I'll show you what the Xbox experience is like. So this is the app right there that you can also download if you wanted a more robust controller companion stuff. But for what I do, I like exactly the setup that I have, and I like the fact that I have this controller. I'm telling you right now, this was amazing. And I think I bought this for like 10 bucks. Okay, so letting you guys know about that. I anticipate that that's one of the things that Xbox is going to fix, or is going to make a lot easier with its next gen console. Whatever the Xbox UI is probably going to automatically have that virtual keyboard, which you could turn on with your controller. And it's probably also going to have a way where you could just grab your controller and turn on the Xbox console or the Xbox PC, whatever they're going to call this freaking thing. I'm sure they'll have that functionality already placed in it. You know what I mean? But again, for the PC, for our PCs right now, it's to me, it's not that difficult to just literally the buttons right there. So let's see what else. That took care of the accessories, the connection, the belief that people think that it looks ugly, because it doesn't. You can make your PC look as nice or as ugly as you want it to look. It could be as bright or as dim as you want it to look as well. The wallpaper. So this is a live wallpaper for Wallpaper Engine, which is on Steam. And I probably go into Wallpaper Engine probably almost every day. It's nice to be able to customize the back of your home screen and stuff like that. I don't know. I just like it. Let's see, what else can I talk to you guys about? Because I want to make sure I cover everything before I start jumping into the actual games in the Xbox UI. If something pops up, I'll go from there. All right, so let's talk about launchers. Okay. Since I started gaming on PC, my favorite launcher, full transparency, has been Steam, right? But if you want to stick with just Xbox, right, then you would download the Xbox app, okay? And I would assume that you have Game Pass Ultimate, or you could go with Game Pass PC. But if you're coming from the console, you probably have Game Pass Ultimate. There's no need to get rid of Game Pass Ultimate to go to PC. Now, you do have the advantage of moving down to Game Pass PC if you wish, and then you just stay on Game Pass PC. But the only thing you lose is you lose cloud, okay? So on Game Pass PC, there is no cloud. Oh, let me show you this too. Once you're in the actual Xbox app, your controller works like a normal controller. Like you control the app the same way you would on a regular Xbox. So I wanted to make sure I let you guys know that. And that's as soon as you open the app. On Steam, it doesn't work that way. On Steam, if you want to use a controller to control the app, you have to put it into big picture mode, which on Xbox, the app, as soon as you open it, if you got a controller connected, it's just going to recognize a controller, as you can see, and it's going to work. And you could click on stuff if you wanted to. Let's see what I want to click on. Let's say I wanted to click on, where's Crackdown? Crackdown for whatever reason. I hit play and it'll just play. Okay, so just so you guys know, if I want to click on the Game Pass side over there and see what's on Game Pass, I could. I want to click on the cloud stuff, I can also click on the cloud stuff, and the cloud stuff would pop up, right? And I have access to all of that with the controller. So again, you would need the the keyboard to log in to Windows. So for your code, there is a way to turn that off if you want to turn that off. To me, it doesn't bother me that much to put in the code. Some people have codes for their consoles. You know, when they turn on their consoles, they go ahead and put in a code. I got a code for Windows. I am gonna grab my controller anyways. And again, this controller is just there just in case. If I turn on the PC2 game, I only need the controller just in case. All right, so that's one, the Xbox app. But before I show you the Xbox app, let me show you something else though, right? I have the Xbox app already installed and downloaded, and I have the games that I want downloaded. When I click on the Xbox button, Game Bar pulls up, okay? Now, typically Game Bar pulls up like this. This is the home screen for Game Bar, and this is Game Bar Compact. So there's another Game Bar that you can also have, which will make it a little bit larger. Let me see if I could find. Oh, here it is. So this is compact Game Bar, okay? I'm gonna turn that off to show you guys what it looks like when it's not in compact mode, okay? All right. This is what Game Bar looks like when it's not in compact mode. Now, if I was to set this up properly, what I could do is I would have different widgets in different places. And when I would open up Game Bar, all this stuff would open up. Okay, depending on how I wanted it to be set up. Now I can also close some of this stuff, right? Let's say I don't want all this stuff showing on my screen. I could do that as well. But with Game Bar, essentially, this is again the non-compact version of it. Your games will be up here, right? Different widgets here. These are all your games here. You have launchers up here too, and I would just click on these launchers or whatever, right? You can still use your controller as well for the launchers and stuff up here, right? But this is what it looks like. It just looks, to me, it just looks really messy. So they made the compact Game Bar specifically for handheld PCs. That's just exactly what they made it for. And I just use it on my regular PC because I just like it better, which is something beautiful that you can do on PC. So let's go ahead and do that. Compact mode optimizer. Yep, turn it on. And there you go. Now I got the basic Game Bar. So when I sit down on my couch, as soon as I log in, all I do is hit the Xbox button, boom, Game Bar pops up. You could set it up that Game Bar pops up as soon as it detects the controller. There's so much customization on PC that it's ridiculous, guys. Like, again, I'll show you again. If I go to more settings, right? Shortcuts. So right now I have it set up that the Game Bar opens when I hit this button, but you can have open Game Bar using the Xbox button on the controller. You can do it not over a game, meaning so it doesn't open it over a game. So if you're playing a game and you hit it, it won't open it, okay? Or you can have open Game Bar automatically when the controller is connected. So as soon as you turn on this controller, you turn on the PC, it'll pop up Game Bar. You can do that as well. Now you have other keyboard shortcuts that you can have as well if you wish, but I don't use none of that stuff. Okay, so as soon as I sit down, Game Bar is going to show me the top 3 games that I've been playing, the last 3 games, and as you can see, I got Spider-Man, not Miles Morales. I got Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, Crackdown 3, and Roblox. Now, what's cool about this is these are 3 different games, right? One is a Steam game. Sony game on Steam, one is a game on Game Pass, and then Roblox, I'm also playing it through Game Pass. But I could launch them all from here. Now, when I launch Spider-Man, for instance, if I launch Spider-Man from here, it's gonna actually open up the Steam app. It'll launch the game still, but it's actually opening up the Steam app in the background. So that's something else that Microsoft could possibly fix or make it more streamlined with their new freaking hardware. Okay, so I'll show you real quick. So if I click on Spider-Man, right, here's the A button, right? You see launching Spider-Man, launching the game. It says open Steam, and then boom, now I'm here in the menu of Spider-Man. And if I hit play, right, it's gonna go ahead and open up Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man will go ahead and play. Now, while it's doing this, Steam is in the background booting up and everything. So just so you guys are tracking, and there you go, Spider-Man is starting. Some games open up faster than others. It just is what it is. But what's beautiful about this is that, again, on your Xbox, regardless of whatever a PlayStation fan wants to say, you're playing PlayStation games. I mean, it is what it is. And you're gonna be playing it with an Xbox controller. You're gonna be listening to Spider-Man remastered on your Xbox headset. Like it's literally Spider-Man. All that stuff on the right, I don't have anything set up on my AMD graphics card. That's a whole different video. So I have the graphics card running, as they would say, just raw, right? And then here you go, I'm playing Spider-Man, right? And something else that the game bar can do, I'll show you guys here in a second, right? I wish I could show you guys something with a prompt so you guys could see that it's the games already have Xbox prompts on them, just so you guys know. So it's not like you're gonna play the game and it's gonna be a triangle and a square and you gotta figure out like, you know, what the buttons are. Like, no, the games already have Xbox prompts to them. So just so you guys know, okay? But if I wanna quit the game, I hit the game bar, right? And I quit the game. That's it. Game's done. I quit it just like that, just that fast. And if I want to open up another game, I could go ahead and open up another game. If I want to open up a launcher, I can open it up from here. So Microsoft's commercial for the new Asus ROG Xbox Ally showed how if you hold the Xbox button, it swaps between different launchers, it looks like, different apps. Well, the game bar already has that. So I could go ahead and open up a whole bunch of different launchers right from here. Play Night is one that's a universal launcher, like it puts all the games together, all your games together, and you could really customize the UI of your freaking background and all that stuff and the whole setup. So a lot of people like using that as well. And then the other one that I showed you, 1X or One Game Launcher, that app shows all your games as well. But if we go back to Xbox, right, click on it, launches the app, there it is, okay? Again, I'm controlling everything from the controller. You're gonna have access to, on PC, Game Pass titles that are mainly Play Anywhere and PC titles. This I wanna make sure I explain clearly. So I'll give you an example. This game right here, Forza Motorsport, okay? This game, regardless of where you play it, if you play it on a console, if you play it on a cloud, or if you play it on a PC, your saves will transfer over completely. You will play the exact same version of Forza Motorsport, okay? I mean, your version, like with your save files and all that other stuff. So this is the ideal type of situation you want to have if you are going to be keeping your console and you're going to move to PC, because the console games that you play are still going to be able to be played on PC. Now you have other games like Atlas Has Fallen, which I don't have downloaded right now. That game, oh, I'll give you another example. Any other Ubisoft games as well. So that game, Atlas Has Fallen, if you're playing it on your console and then you download it on your PC, it's not the same save files. So you will have to start a new game on your PC because it's not the same save files. It's not the same version of the game. It's like the PC version versus the console version. Why that happens, I don't know. That's something else that Microsoft could be fixing with their new generation of consoles and all that other stuff. So that is exciting for someone that's moving possibly from console to PC, that doesn't want to lose everything that they've already established or had on their Xbox Series X. For me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I'm not that tied to this. I'm not that tied to my profile and my scores and all that other stuff. Some people really care about that, you know, but to me, it's, am I playing the game? Am I enjoying the game? If I get a good gamer score or whatever, I'm indifferent. It doesn't really matter to me. Cool beans, right? Like, it is what it is. But if you really care about that stuff, which is nothing wrong with it, then that's something that you have to pay attention to, because you might be playing a game, or you might have different games that you've beaten already that then are not going to transfer over. So a good one would be all the Ubisoft games, like I said. So all the Assassin's Creed, when you play an Assassin's Creed game on Xbox Game Pass on PC, okay, on PC, you're playing the Ubisoft version of that game. So you're not getting Xbox achievements for it. You're getting Ubisoft achievements for it. Again, I don't know how much that matters to you, but that definitely has to be brought up. This new Xbox could be changing that. So when people are saying Xbox is doing something that can already be done, they're coming from a place of ignorance because they don't know this. I'm telling you as an Xbox gamer what I experienced moving to PC. Now, again, I'm telling you it's not a big deal for me, but it could be a very big deal for you. So you might be like, okay, Doc, that's big enough for me to wait to see what Xbox is doing and I'm not moving to PC right away because maybe they do that better, right? Now, I don't know if updated UI will also fix all that stuff. I don't know, or if that's only going to be a PC Xbox thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know. So we'll see. Same thing with EA games as well. EA games, if you play an EA game, if you play an EA game, it's going to open up on the EA launcher, which means then, guess what? If you're on PC, you also got to download the EA launcher. You got to download the EA launcher. You got to download the Ubisoft launcher if you're going to use Game Pass Ultimate. A lot of people don't tell you that, but I'm here to tell you that or Game Pass PC, okay? Whereas on the Xbox, it's just that one launcher launches it from there, okay? So I don't know if Xbox is going to fix that, but that's something that they could fix with their own console PC hybrid thing, and that would be a significant difference. Another thing that they also mentioned was the fact that when you open up your PC, it turns, or you turn on your Asus ROG Xbox Ally, it's gonna go ahead and load into the Xbox app. Well, the reality is you can already do that. If I was to go to settings here, I could have it open up. Actually, I think I already do have it opening up directly to Xbox. The only thing is I minimize it. So you just go to settings, right? And in your settings, you can go ahead and, where was it? Go to settings, right? And go to app, and then you can have it here, launch when I start my computer. I have it that it launches to minimize system tray. And when I close it, I have the app minimize the system tray. So I don't actually close my Xbox app, okay? Now, this right here is very important. Permission, offline permission enabled. That is very, very important. I don't have offline permission enabled on this because, as you can see, you are permitted to have one offline gameplay enabled PC at a time. So my offline enabled PC is this, my Asus ROG Ally, because this is the only PC that I'm not gonna be guaranteed to be with an internet connection. So what that allows you to do is whatever game you have downloaded via Game Pass, if it's downloaded on that PC, you could go ahead and play it. So it doesn't have to verify your internet or any other stuff. I think there's like a periodicity where it does have to, you do have to log back on, but I've never had an issue using it offline. So that's something else for you guys to know. If you guys come up with any questions or anything like that, I don't mind doing a part 2 of this. We're already 33 minutes in, but I don't even think I'm close to being done yet. So this is the Xbox app. Something else that was shown as a mock-up on Twitter that I actually caught some heat for is somebody went ahead and put this same interface, and then it had PlayStation games here, and it had the Steam logo here, right? Which is essentially what they were alluding to in the reveal of the ROG Ally X, or the Xbox ROG Ally, that you would have one place to launch all your games, okay? One place to launch all your games. Now, when it comes to PC, having one place to launch all your games is not new. There's many places where you can launch all your games, and technically Xbox already does it because you could do it from the Xbox game bar. You guys saw me do it, right? But the Xbox app itself does not do that. You cannot have any other games on here from other launchers except for those that are obviously Ubisoft and EA already in here, but you can't like add games to here. For something like that, you would need Play Night. And Play Night, yes, Play Night can do it. If you want to see what Play Night looks like, I'll show you guys real quick. So this is Play Night. Again, I just opened up the game bar. I'll click on the Play Night button. It'll open up and I'll show you what Play Night looks like. So this is Play Night in its desktop mode. I won't mess around with it too much because again, you can make a whole nother video on this, but I'll switch it to full screen so you guys can see what it looks like, okay? Okay, so it's gonna open up in full screen. And you guys can see, and you can also have your PC launch like this. You can set up your PC to launch where as soon as you turn it on, it launches on Play Night, right? And then again, you could control it with your controller. Right now, I have it showing all my games. So these are even games that aren't downloaded, but that I have access to, right? And it'll tell you what launcher it belongs to as well. And you can have them all on here. This is just one of many different styles of different UIs that you could use with Play Night. Okay, so yes, a launcher that already, a launcher that already freaking puts all the UIs together does exist, right? But Xbox didn't have one. Okay, so that to me was a big deal when I saw that. So instead, it would be you launching your Xbox app and all of your games being there. Steam also has something similar, like if you wanted to do a big picture mode. I'll show you guys what that looks like. You guys saw a little bit of it already. So this is Steam regular mode, okay? And then Steam big picture mode. If I click over here, that's just my animation. So you could buy different animations and stuff on Steam that you could have for your Steam big picture mode. Now, Steam big picture mode. This is when people are saying that Steam big picture mode or Steam is way ahead of Xbox. Is for the simple fact that Steam big picture mode, for the most part, is completely controlled by your controller. Meaning, if I go to the search bar up here and I click to search, look what pops up. Look what pops up, right? I do not know why the Xbox app doesn't have this yet, but I know for a fact this new iteration is gonna have it, and they'll probably release an update to at least be able to do this. Because then this way I could search for stuff, okay? The home button brings this up. Now it brought game bar on top of it, but if I wanted to remove game bar, it would, and then I could control a whole bunch of different things from here. And guess what I could also do from here? I could turn off my PC from here. I could suspend the PC, which is like putting the PC in hibernate. I could restart my PC if I needed to. Like you could do a whole bunch of different things just with the controller. Again, in Steam big picture mode. This is what people talk about when they talk about the Steam OS. Well, believe my lads, this is not the Steam OS. This is Steam big picture mode. The Steam OS is on a completely different level. They say even works better than this. Because remember, even though right now this is Steam big picture mode, Windows is still running in the background, right? Whereas with the Steam OS, it's not running Windows. I think it runs on Linux or something like that. But that's also an option. So I guess the biggest way I could tell you is if you're an Xbox Series X gamer and you want to move over to PC, I want you to look at the movement to PC as simply way more options, not more difficult, just way more options, right? And then I exited Steam big picture mode and I'll go ahead and close Steam. And again, I have my controller set up so I can use it as a mouse, and there you go. Okay, what else do I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, the game bar too. So that was just the first side of game bar, okay? Now there's something that they showed, and I don't even know why they made that a big deal. They were like, oh, with the game bar, you could use the bumpers to move across and the menus and stuff. You can already do that. This is already a feature that already exists on PC, on game bar. So I don't know why they were acting like, and it's so intuitive and all that. Like you can. This is, if you got a PC, you got game bar, you can already do this. You could change right there where the sound is going to come from. So if you don't want to use a headset, you can do that. Yeah, so you could go ahead and capture if you want. You could check your performance if you want. And then there's a whole bunch of different other widgets that Xbox Game Bar that you can download. Some that are free and some that are paid that do different things. Why would you want any of these stuff? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll try the YouTube Game Bar overlay. I don't know. Maybe that might be cool. I have no idea. But there's a whole bunch of different things. I could see this expanding even more, especially if it takes off what Xbox is trying to do. People making apps or widgets for this app. So I could definitely see that. I can see my socials or my game chat and everything. Okay. I have 6 friend requests right now. Let me see what we got. Okay. So I got 6 friend requests. I'll accept a friend request. No, I'm not gonna join. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, where am I? So I don't know why I can't click on it, but that's something I'm sure they'll fix. I've sent 6 friends. I mean, send nobody no friend requests. Lying on me. Okay, let's see what else. Other widgets too as well. So these are all the widgets that are actually, that should be already on my stuff, but I could go ahead and get rid of them. If you don't like all these widgets, same thing. You could go ahead and just close this widget. Let's say I don't want this widget. Let's say I don't even want this widget. You can make this as clean as possible. I don't chat on anybody on Xbox like that, right? You can literally close all of this. The Spotify one is I like a lot. Sometimes it's a little bit finicky, I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes it's just best to just open up Spotify regularly. But if I click on the Spotify, right, there it is, same thing with my controller. If I click on it, right, let's see if it'll actually open it up, or if the audio is actually on and playing. I think I got my sound bar off. Was it sound bar off? Nope. So you see, it's like finicky, and then you click launch. It doesn't really launch. So again, that's stuff that they gotta fix, right? Whereas if you're on your Xbox Series X, it'd be really easy to do. Whereas I would have to come here and then freaking, you know, yeah. And I ain't trying to get demonetized, long video. We're not doing that. Okay. Now, on that other controller, like I showed you guys, I had it set up. One of my macros is the play button. So play and pause button, and it's already set up to my Spotify. So as I'm playing, if I want to hear music, I have Spotify typically also open up automatically in the background. If I hit play, it'll just start playing whatever music, and then the 2 buttons on the right and on the left are forward and back, skip wise, and then the buttons on the left hand side are up and down volume button, which allows me on that other controller that has the macros when I'm watching Netflix and stuff like that, literally control everything from the actual controller. So something to look at as well, because if you didn't want to stick with the Xbox controller when you're moving over. All right, so we spoke about that. We spoke about games. I think the biggest thing is going to be, yeah, what happens to your games is going to be the biggest thing for most Xbox gamers that move over to PC, and how important it is for you to be able to carry everything over. Okay, they've already established that you're going to be able to buy things from different storefronts, which obviously if you get a PC, you're going to be able to do already. The question is how is that execution gonna be? Okay, so I already showed you a few things that they could definitely do better. Like if I hit this search bar up here, right, and I hit a keyboard should pop up the same way it did in Steam Big Picture mode. That should be a no-brainer. As you can see, even though this app opened up, it's still not in full picture mode, right? You can still see the Windows bar at the bottom as well. So maybe that's something that they can fix as well. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but again, it's something is something, okay? What else? I showed you guys, yep, game bar. I don't know if there's a way to add more apps to this here, but that would be, oh my God, that would be amazing. Imagine if I just hit this button and then all these buttons out here, my Netflix and everything were just all down here. Let me add whatever apps I want to this, okay? Also, let me customize this here. What games are shown? Maybe I don't want to see my last 3 played games. Maybe I want to see my top favorite games. You know, maybe I just tried out a game and I didn't actually, I didn't actually like it. So that's pretty big. Oh, okay. Last but not least, you can, as you can see here, this button here is the remote play app. Okay. See, Dog 195 Series X is on standby. So my Xbox Series X is in my kids' room, right? When people say that the new Asus ROG Ally is not going to be able to play any of your Xbox games, they're lying to you. You're going to be able to play it. You're just not going to be able to play them all natively on that handheld. But cloud gaming is a thing, and remote gaming in 2025 is definitely a thing. So much so that there are devices out there that only do gameplay, that only do cloud streaming and only do remote play. And no, I'm not talking trash about the PlayStation 5 portal. I'm not talking trash about these devices at all. This here is called the G Cloud, and that's literally all the G Cloud for the most part is. You could download some Android games on this, but yeah, this is mainly made for remote play and to play freaking what you call it, remote play and cloud streaming games. So that's something that you'll be able to do on the next Xbox, I'm sure of it. But their goal is for you to be able to play everything from what they're saying natively on that hardware. So we'll see how they execute it. Maybe that's a big reason. Maybe they execute that better than they're doing here. What's the advantage of playing on the cloud? I'll tell you what the advantage is. These games, for instance, Ubisoft, Atlas Has Fallen, when you're playing on the cloud, you're playing the Xbox version of those games. So on the cloud, you will get your achievements. On the cloud, you will get the same saves and stuff like that. So that's why you see how it says jump back in, is because I've played these games on the cloud because I was confused, and this was a while ago. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so the Assassin's Creed that I play on cloud is the Xbox version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, meaning it's gonna save whatever I'm playing on my console, and on the cloud, it's the same thing. But if I play it on PC, I'm playing a Ubisoft version of it, which has different saves. I hope that makes sense. Please ask me questions if you have any. And then if you wanna see how fast the cloud is, I have Forza Motorsport already downloaded, so I don't know if it'll let me play it on the cloud. I don't think it will. I don't think it'll let me play it on the cloud. No, it's not gonna let me play it on the cloud. I have to play something that I don't have downloaded. Do I have Atlas Has Fallen? Okay, so I don't have Atlas Has Fallen downloaded. Do you guys even want to see this? What it's like to play on the cloud on PC? If you guys do, I'll make a different video. This video is already long, but let me know. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. Updates. Oh, yes, we gotta talk about that. Updates and drivers and all that other stuff. Yes, it happens. Yes, I have my PC to update everything automatically, but every once in a while, I'll see something in the right-hand corner that'll show that the PC needs a restart to update something, and I'll click on it, and then next thing you know, I have a few things that need to be updated. So there's stuff that needs to be updated on the Windows Store app, believe it or not. So anything that you downloaded from the Windows Store app sometimes needs updating. There's things that need to be updated from Windows, okay? Sometimes your AMD or NVIDIA drivers are gonna need to be updated. So things do happen. It is a PC. I am not gonna sugarcoat it to you and lie to you about it. So maybe this next Xbox console will, work better when it comes to updates and stuff like that. At the end of the day, the move from console to PC for me has been great. There's a lot of things that I can't go back to, and it's not even really a performance thing anymore, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I lock the PC to 60 FPS just because I like the consistency of 60 FPS. Or if I'm gonna go ahead and stream, I like locking it just because I know I'm not putting that much strain on the PC, because I'm also streaming and all that other stuff, right? So yeah, it's options is the biggest thing. I guess that's the biggest takeaway I want you guys to have, is if you're gonna move from console to PC like I did, and from Xbox to PC like I did, I don't want you to feel like you're losing anything, because you're really not. You're losing a few things here and there, right? But what you're gaining is ridiculous. And that's why I argue with VG Fight School on this one topic. I agree with him on a lot, but the one topic I argue with him is that I believe the better Xbox experience is on PC. And the move that Xbox is doing right now, seemingly going the PC route, it looks like they agree with me too. They're just gonna go ahead and redefine it. Remember, Sarah Bond said that she wants Windows to be the #1 gaming platform. I think they got a lot of work to do still, but we'll see. A lot of options. Oh, and PC, you get a lot of free games. That's another thing. I don't know with this new Xbox situation if the Epic Game Launcher is going to be giving out free games on there and all that other stuff. Oh, there you go. Look at that new version of system up there available. See, update required. See that? So individual apps sometimes need updates. Individual apps sometimes need updates, just so you know. Okay, there we go. So this app does not work with the controller. At least I don't know how to set it up. But again, I have my controller set up so it can be a mouse. But the one thing is, I wonder how they're gonna do this. So I have a whole bunch of, if I go to all, I could maybe point at maybe 3 of these games that I actually bought, but all of these games were games that I got for free from Epic, just dropping games for free. I need to go check, see if they dropped anything new for free, because they be dropping games for free all the time. Now, some of the games are like weird games or whatever, but some games are like, you know, legit games. Like the Tomb Raider free, you know what I'm saying? Weird West, I don't know, is that good? Guardians of the Galaxy free. Red Dead Redemption 2, no, I paid for that one. The Evil Within free. The Guatemala free. BioShock's free. Saints Row free. A Plague Tale free. Metro Exodus free. All these were free. Grand Theft Auto Premium, nope, I paid for that one. Just Cause free. The Batman's free. Bro, I mean, oh, Fortnite's updating right now. Borderlands free. So all of these games were free. I have my library set up and backlog and stuff like that. Oh, that's another thing that Xbox has to do. Oh man. So I'll show you guys one more thing before I let you go. On Steam, if somebody knows how to do this on Xbox, please let me know, but I have no idea how to do this. But you can set up your collections, right? So for instance, I have my backlog collections. I have all the games that I've completed, the games that don't work. Oh, that's a good thing to talk about. On PC, you'll have games sometimes that you'll have to do different things to troubleshoot to get them to work. And it is what it is. If you got to go online and Google, how do I get this thing to run on my PC? To me, it's not worth it. And it's typically older games, right? They're probably made on like Windows, a different version of Windows or whatever. And yeah, it's just not worth it. Now, before anybody starts complaining like, oh, that never happens on console, trust me, consoles sometimes lose entire generations, right? So there's games that you're not going to be able to access at all because it's not even on the console anymore. So the backwards compatibility of PC way outweighs the backwards compatibility of a console. But again, Xbox might fix that. You know, we'll see. But that's one of the things that Xbox might fix as well, as the collections. Maybe you'll be able to set up collections on your Xbox app. If that's something that you can do, somebody please correct me. I have no idea where I would even go to even start doing that, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna end the video there. That's already pretty long. I want to eat. It's about an hour long already. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what questions you may have. I hope this is helpful more than anything. And yeah, from console to PC, I put the Xbox app there just because, you know, wanted to show you guys what that's like. But I mean, in reality, when you go to PC, you know, you can make this, you know, whatever you want. So keep that in mind too, guys. So if you wanted to, right? If we wanted to go, what do we want to go with? This right here. There you go. Ultimately, this is what Xbox trying to do. No walls. Just play whatever you want, how you want, with who you want. Can they execute? We'll see. But in reality, you can do a lot of it already on PC. I didn't even mean to rhyme that. Question is, can Xbox do it better? DocDog1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace. I should leave it there for a little bit. I know it's gonna bother some people's soul. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is not a console war video. This is a educational video more than anything, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So let's get serious, okay?